Alright, so tonight on Garage Time, we're doing one more cut on our bus. I keep saying it's the last cut, no more cutting, no more cutting. But I was on YouTube, came across this. So there's a guy on YouTube, we're going to post his information down below. But he's making this nice block of aluminum. You can see it's ribbed. He has different models, obviously, because they changed the ribs between the split and the bay window. But what this does is we're creating an access door for our fuel gauge sending unit. So on the back of the bus, above the engine, in your luggage tray here, that's where the fuel sending unit sits. And you can see here, it had been previously cut, but if you ever had an issue with your fuel sending unit, the only way to access it was, well, cutting a hole like was done there, or taking out the engine, taking out the gas tank. Tons of work just to get to your sending unit. So even I've seen it, and it was in a Volkswagen repair manual, and they were telling dealers how to cut this hole in, because who really wants to go through that much trouble just to repair your sending unit? Anyhow, if we install this, we'll have access to it in the future if we ever have an issue. Now we have a new sending unit that's going in this bus. However, saw it on YouTube, thought it was cool, want one in our bus. So we're going to go ahead now and get that installed. The previous cut is causing us a bit of grief, and ours isn't going to be as clean as it could be or should be. And luckily, usually you would reuse that piece that you cut out for putting on the top as your plate or your hatch. Now luckily that's all screwed up, but when we cut out the large hatch above us at the bay window access to the engine, we kept that piece of sheet metal. So that's how we'll be making our door. But first I'm just kind of marking this, giving me a rough guide, and then it came with some paper templates, so obviously we know it goes down the side, but okay, so you're going to want to obviously make the hole larger than this opening, right? So let me go get my paper template. So the paper template seems like I'm a little off. All right, so with this all bent and kind of screwed up the way it is, and my template, I'm not going to get a very clean cut. So change of plans here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up where I want it. I'm going to get my punch, bang through or poke a couple holes, drill them out, and then go from above and screw this in. So I'll hold it in place above and mark it out from above. Cutting from above I think will be cleaner too. So I'm gonna go ahead and punch this out now. Okay, get my drill, do the two corners, and that will be a nice hold. All right. right, so the simple square hole is causing me a lot of grief, but it's causing me grief for two reasons. One is, well, this is all kind of damaged and bent from when this was cut and pried up to access, whoever did it before, to access the fuel gauge sending unit. And then on the top, I have all the Dynamat and soundproofing and all the other junk, so it's proving to be problematic. So because I have the two holes, I've decided now I'm going to lock it in where it's gonna go. Then I'm gonna punch out all the other holes. And I know that this one hole here is obviously to lock it to the bus. And this one hole here is going to be to lock it to the plate. So once I have all the holes drilled, I can draw a line in between for those. And on the side, if I take that, sorry, I got a thread in there if I take it out on the side. When I make my new plate, what I'm going to actually do, I'm going to cut this including the angle or the chamfer. So my plate will come along here on the inside, come along, and then sit on that edge. That's how I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna cut along here, and then the plate will sit along that edge. So you'll see better in a minute, but let me get this mounted, drill out all these other holes, and then we'll start marking up our cut lines. So we're back in the bus now. We've drilled out all our pilot holes, but I'm gonna go ahead and obviously make them to the final size. Like I said, then we will know exactly where this is going. We'll draw our line, and we're gonna do the cut from the top. It's gonna be easier to cut it from up here. Okay, so you can see again, I totally regret installing the soundproofing when we did. When we did, we weren't expecting to do all this work on the bus, but here we are. So it's kind of a pain in the butt, but I'm marking it up. So I'm drawing the line in between as my cut line, and then this, it's probably hard to pick up in the camera, but I can see that that's the chamfer of this, and I'm just making sure I'm staying on the inside of the hole. So I'm trying to cut right along there, and that will be our panel piece that we screw on after. So I just need to mark this side out now, and then we will cut our hatch hole. And then again, that's just gonna go along there like that. And just for fun, if I pull out the template, my square should match that square, which if you see, it does. So this is the template hole that came with it. Not sure if there's a better way than paper, but there we go. We've got our square marked out, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut that open. All right, so we got the main hole cut. Now, before we go any further, as I mentioned in his YouTube video, he reused the part you cut out, but because previously it had been cut to access the exact same thing, or the reason we're putting this door in, mine's no good, it's garbage. But luckily, because we put in the bay window hatch, we have this spare piece of sheet metal around. So I've just lined it up where it needs to go. I'm gonna drill out these holes. I'm gonna make my plate first, and then we're gonna get it all mounted. Okay, so now that we drilled our first 2 holes, just to keep it in place, I'm gonna put a clamp so it doesn't move while I drill the rest of my pilot holes. Alright, so I think Sean skipped some steps. I was making lots of noise there with the grinder and the air compressor and everything else. But what we did, we finished up cutting this out. We made little tabs so that when the plate bolts on, we actually have 6 screws holding our plate on. And we'll have 8 screws holding the aluminum plate underneath. So obviously that's going to get mounted nice underneath. And then this will screw on top in our hole there. We might have to trim this a little bit, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and install this. Now what we're gonna do is run a bit of joint sealer along it, just so we get a nice tight seal on there. This, I haven't totally decided yet whether I'm going to clean this off, put a little bit of foam or something so that when I tighten it down, trying to keep the gases out of the vehicle, but it is a 64. It has every window usually open while I'm driving. The rag top's going to be open, so we'll get a nice seal. But as far as being open to outside, I'm not that worried about it. All right, so let's go ahead and get that in. All right, so we got our joint sealer on. And we're going to line that up underneath. Ooh. All right, so we're just tightening down the last screw on the plate. That's it for the plate. We have 8 screws across the back, 4 screws across the back, 4 screws here, 8 screws in total holding that down. We have 6 screws to hold our access hatch on. Yes, this doesn't look that pretty. We know we've got the sound insulation, we've got the Dynamat underneath. It's a bit of a mess. We're gonna reapply more soundproofing once it comes back from paint. So we'll give this a nice coat of, well, this stuff over here. We'll reapply it again. It has the jean material underneath. It has layers of insulation and the tinfoil and everything else that's supposed to help with soundproofing. So we're gonna put that back over top of everything. We'll have a small access panel there. We'll have a piece for access panel here, but that's it. That's how you install your gas gauge sending unit access hole. Again, we'll provide a link down below. He's got a video of his install as well. He did it on a bay window bus. I think every bus needs one. It's a great addition. No worry now. If I do have an issue, open the hatch, get access. Don't have to take out your engine. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you out there.